Okay, so we are about to find out why Filipino women or why Filipinas are different. Let's get into it.
Ladies, did you notice that Western guys are coming to Asia, specifically in the Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia? Why do you think they're coming here to meet Asian ladies instead?
Okay, so why do you think so many Western men are going there? I want you to think about what you might think it is as the viewer, because listen, I want you to listen to what she is about to say and listen carefully.
How about you, Krish?
I think they're coming here in Asia, most specifically Philippines, to meet Asian women. I think it is because Filipinas are more like a wife material.
Mm-hmm.
Filipinas were raised
Now, what is that? Okay, she said they're more like wife material. What is that? She's going to tell you.
we're raised to be the wife material. We do a lot of house chores, and also within terms with our physical beauty, we're also humble. We're not really.
Okay, so house chores and humble. Now, these ladies are all of them, including Filipina P. They're all very attractive women. They're all feminine women. They're conservative. They dress nice. Um, Now, there's a lot of people in the West that would say being a wife, according to what this young lady just said, doing house chores and things like that is oppressive, or Western women liberated themselves from that. So let's continue to hear what they have to say.
That exaggerating our beauty. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so they're looking for a wife material.
Yeah.
That's like the missing ingredient in the West
Yes.
right now.
Okay, so they're looking for wife material. So these ladies think they're looking for wife material. And Filipina P said, "Well, that's the missing ingredient in the West." There does seem to be a larger and larger number of men going over to places like the Philippines to find a woman, to find a wife. These ladies here, like I said, they're all beautiful, and but they don't act like, you can see they don't appear to be acting like they're better than anyone, right?
So when you say we were raised to do a lot of chores, is it like instilled since we were little? Is it like taught by us, by our mother?
I would say yes. As a tradition, growing up in a traditional Filipino family,
Yeah.
yes, I
Yeah.
would say yes. It's a must for you to learn that specific chores.
Okay, so how old were you, Jasmine, when you learned how to cook rice?
I think it was 7.
7?
Yeah.
7 years old, self-sufficient and independent at an early age. All right, all right.
Okay, grade 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe that because they see not in the beauty of Filipina, not only the outside but also the inside. The kindness.
Yes, exactly.
It's everywhere. And also for the women that I think being disciplined and just sweet.
Okay.
Just being a loyal. So yeah, I just observed that. Because I have a sister that was married with. Yeah.
Oh,
with
for,
Western,
for
yes.
Western.
So I think she said being loyal as well. I think that's one of the comments that she just made.
Oh, you have a
Yeah.
sister? Okay. Is she
So-
telling you to marry a foreigner as well?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
How about you, Ella? What are your thoughts on why Western men are coming here in the Philippines instead of getting a wife in their home countries?
I think it's because of the genuine character that Filipino
Yes.
women have.
Mm.
Genuine character that Filipino women have. So let's hear how they define that. What do they say about that, right? What is that? What's genuine character?
Genuine character, like what?
Loving, caring, hospitable.
Hospitable. Okay. And I would add, I think femininity.
Yes,
Look at you guys.
Modest.
Loving, caring, hospitable. Look how they're dressed, right? One thing I have to say that I do not like about women in the West is that women in the West, not all of them, but a good large majority of them wear the skin tight clothes, the skin tight pants, and all that. That's just not. I'm just not. It's like have some two things, couple things come to mind. Okay, I don't necessarily want to see all the details of your intimate body parts when you're out in public. Another thing comes to mind is have some self-respect, right? So I'm not really. I would much rather see women dressed like this because that tells me a lot of things about a woman that dresses like that, right?
Yeah,
Modesty.
yeah,
Modesty.
modesty. Okay, yeah, I didn't get the memo. They were all wearing dresses. We embrace our
Modesty, like Filipina P said. And there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with the way Filipina P is dressed at all. Um, Either way, I mean, and the dresses that the young ladies have on that she's interviewing, those are just fine too.
our femininity here in the Philippines.
We're sweet.
We're sweet. Yeah, we can give you some sugar. Some sugar. My viewers were so surprised when they heard our local men like thick brows. What's up with thick brows? Because that's like new to me. Because before we would
Thick
say, oh, I
brows.
like
I've
I
never
like a
heard that
girl
either.
with a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
papayas or big bums. But now, the last video, they were like talking about thick brows. Is it a thing here in the Philippines? Thick brows?
For me, when
brows.
someone is has
So have you guys ever heard of that? Thick brows being. I've never heard anything like that. Let's see what they say about it.
a thick brows, it's more attractive.
It's more attractive. How about you, Krish? I
was-
look at your eyebrows.
Well, for me, I also think it's a thing here in the Philippines. I think that that it came like a trend. I don't know.
A trend, okay.
Yeah, more like it's more like if you have thick brows, you're more
Yeah.
attractive.
Not the unibrow though.
Yeah.
The unibrow. I've seen some people with unibrow, and it's kind of scary.
How about legs? Bushy legs. Do you like guys with hairy legs?
I think it's okay. It's normal for
alright.
guys to have those.
Yeah.
Okay. What about women here?
I like ball bones like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's called ball bones.
Ball bones.
Yeah.
As I observe
hair.
with the society, they
They shave.
wax.
Take it
I was like, no.
It is celebrated here. Women with hairy legs. They
Yes.
call it balbon, right?
Yes,
balbon.
I see. I can't get into the. I could not get into the whole women with hairy legs thing. I'm not into like the whole Chewbacca look. No, no.
Mabalbon, meaning you have hairy legs.
Gotta love the commercials.
But in the West, it's like the opposite. They have to shave
Wax
and
it.
then wax
Wax.
it. Most Filipinas, they don't shave their legs. True or false?
Yes,
True.
Okay. True. Okay. Well, luckily for me, I'm not really hairy.
And why did the music in that advertisement sound like adult movie music? Is it just me, or did you guys notice that?
That's the thing. That's the thing with my family. We're not very hairy. But given a chance, would you rather shave your legs or wax your legs?
I'm not really that very hairy, so it's okay for me.
Okay, whether it's hairy or not, it's
Yes.
okay.
I don't really mind it.
Okay.
I'm not so hairy at the same time, but then if I'm given a chance to wax it, no.
No. Okay. How about you, Ella?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay,
I
you
will not
just
shave it.
You won't shave it. Okay, so scenario number 1. You met the man of your dreams, Mr. Right.
Oh, here we go. You guys ready? What would they do if they met the man of their dreams?
Your husband to be said like, honey, I love you very much, but there's just one thing I want to ask from you. Can you please shave your legs?
Red flag.
Would you do it? Would you do it? I mean, you love this guy.
Yes, I
Red
would
flag.
consider it because it's just a small thing, so why not?
Why not? Okay,
Yeah.
why not? How about you, Jazz?
Yeah, she's got a good point. It's just a small thing, right? I mean, it's no big deal.
Right.
Is that
It's not like you're asking her to shave her head, right?
right?
Yeah.
Submit.
I submit myself.
I submit my hairy legs to you. I love you can do that thing. How about you, Ella? Would you consider it though?
No.
No? Okay, so the wedding's off?
Yeah,
Um,
no.
Uh-oh. We have a rebellious one on our hands.
we can talk naman.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
can
there's
talk about
compromise.
it.
Okay, so you
Talk
can
about it, honey. Ah.
Yeah.
so there's like a negotiation. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. So you guys are traditional. So what does that mean to you, Krish?
I think being traditional is being conservative, being feminist, being feminine rather.
Oh, feminine. Okay, not being
Yeah,
a
not the
feminist.
first one.
Not being a feminist, but being a feminine.
Okay, just to make it
Yes.
clear.
The
just
first one
getting
is the
clear. Okay, so
opposite of
being traditional is
Being conservative.
conservative in what way?
And how you dress,
Okay,
not
check.
showing too much skin.
Yeah, just keep something for a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave something for the imagination. Like I said, I see so many women here in the West that just want to reveal it all. They just want to put it all out there. If you, like, leave that for your man, or leave it for private, or leave something more to the imagination, so to speak. Like, I just don't want to see.
Yes, exactly.
Diba? Okay. Hide the goodies.
hide the best parts.
Hide the goodies for later.
Yes.
There's a lot of discipline.
Oh, discipline. Okay. Do you get smacked?
What I mean is that,
I certainly hope no one's getting smacked.
sometimes, when we're child, it's alright. And that is the proper, I mean, it's a way,
discipline,
yeah, of discipline the child. And
Filipino moms and their chanelas.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think what is it? There's a similar word. Puerto Ricans call them chocletas. I think I don't know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they call them chocletas, but they do, like, they'll get after they'll throw one of those sandals. They'll use it as a paddle. Oh yeah.
Or hanger.
Or the
Yeah.
belt.
Or the belt.
Yeah,
You know what,
so
guys?
correct.
My viewers are very shocked when they learn about the corporal punishment
Ooh.
here in the Philippines, because it's
Yeah, it's not a thing.
It's abuse.
Yes.
Yes.
Imagine in in the Western country, if they see someone smacking their kid, they're gonna
They'll
be calling
report.
child services.
Yeah,
They're gonna
they
take away the
call-
child.
Call the cops.
Here, I think here, use this one. Use this one. Yeah, they do that. I mean, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I would say that my mother would disagree with this. Like, I was showing my legs.
See, now these ladies touched on an important point, right? Because here in the West, you're almost not allowed to discipline your kids, right? And I don't mean, like, of course, physical abuse is not discipline. However, getting a spanking, stuff like that, and I think that's a big problem here in the West. Is that I think that's one of the problems with the youth, is that they're not disciplined properly. Um, when you don't have the family structure, when you do not have the traditionalism, when you do not have the structure in place to properly raise kids, kids have to have structure. I mean, all the research shows that. So I could go off on a tangent about that, but yeah, it's there are a lot of things in place in the West that have been put in place to dismantle the family.
Your knees.
Yeah.
Your knees are supposed to be hidden.
And I would wear like crop top and ano si mama na?
This is the reason why I've canceled my doorbell camera subscription.
This brand new subscription
Naunsa man ka, oy.
Crazy.
It's a
Are you
trend.
showing your
Yes.
midriff?
Mom, this is the trend.
Yeah.
Mom,
The
I'm
new
just letting it air out. Airing out my bill. Okay. What about values? Do you see yourselves being mothers in the future?
So before they get on to talking about mothers, so you see how, like, so these ladies have, they have rules put forth by their family. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. I remember hearing my grandparents and parents talk about things like that. So, and a lot of those things are gone. And some people say, oh, those things are gone, so we've all, it's liberating. But here's the thing. Look at what's going on in today's society in the West. and look at the differences. You can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would raise my child different from my mother raised
Your
me.
mother, okay.
She
How
was
would
very
you?
strict.
She was very strict.
Yes.
Okay. What would you do differently?
I would communicate.
Communicate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
very important.
Communicate. Now, I agree with that young lady. Communicating is very important, whether it's with your children or from spouse to spouse, between the spouses or whatever, the mom and dad. Communication is very important in any relationship, friendship, right? Any kind of relationship.
How about you, Krish?
Yes, I definitely see myself as a mother in the future, but I would say that I want to be a mother only. I will become a mother only if I will be financially stable as well as emotionally stable. Because right now raising a child is really hard, and
Smart young lady, smart young lady. You've got to be financially stable. You got to have that. You don't have to be rich, right? Although, with the way the U.S. dollar is going in the economy, you may have to be rich over here pretty soon. But she makes sense, right? You don't necessarily have to be rich, generally speaking, but you do need to be financially stable. And I think any logical, reasonable human being would agree with that. You've got to be able to properly provide for your children and so on.
and it
How
should
would
not
you know?
be.
You don't have a child.
Yeah.
I have a lot of siblings. That is
I
why.
have any kids. How do you
Yes,
know?
it's
Yeah.
like an early practice for us.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
really not that easy.
No, and I think that's very smart to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. They're right because having a child or children is a 24/7 job. Okay, you guys got to think about this out there that do not have kids yet. Okay, having a child or children is a 24/7 job, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that you cannot quit and you do not get paid for. It is a commitment that you have to honor, right? When you become a parent, that is a massive responsibility, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a wonderful thing.
Don't bring another mouth to feed
If you can't feed yourself,
if you can't feed
yours-
yourself.
Yes.
Right, that's right. You just be responsible.
Yes,
Okay, so
of
being
course.
obviously you're gonna be a mother. You're gonna have you gotta have children. So does that mean there's also a husband somewhere in there, right?
Of course.
Of course, because
A family
A
isn't a
family.
family without
yeah,
the mom, the dad.
dad. Because we don't have same-sex marriage here, right?
Yes, it's not yet legalized.
Yeah. So when we say family, the mama and the daddy and the babies.
Yeah.
So that,
There you go. And so they're talking about traditionalism. You look at their mannerisms, look at their body language, right? You can see how they're sitting, how they're holding their hands, these are conservative, respectful young ladies that have been raised with standards. Let's put it that way, right?
that's how we define it here. You guys were telling me that your parents were strict.
Yes.
Strict.
Yes. Super strict.
Define strict here in the Philippines because
Now this is interesting because I want to hear the definition of strict. How do they define strict?
I think we're misusing the term.
Yeah.
So, Krish, how are your parents strict? Are they keeping a close eye on you? Like, yeah, you have to do this, Krishna.
Okay, so my parents are strict in a way that they won't let me out of the house if they don't know who I am with.
Oh,
Yes.
should I send my resume first before like I'm friend of Krishna?
Now that's important though, right? I mean, you can imagine if you were the parent of a daughter, and probably many of you are, or multiple daughters, you wouldn't want your daughter going out the door with someone you have no idea who that person is. And it doesn't matter how old your daughter is. She could be 15, 16, 17, 18, 25, 30. It doesn't matter. If you don't want your daughter, right? You want to know, at least have some idea. Okay, who's my daughter, going out that door with?
And we're going out for a coffee.
Yeah.
Or like a background investigation
Yeah.
first. Okay.
So it's like they have to know who you are with so that they can make sure that you are safe. because you can't trust people easily right now these days.
Okay. Well, that's right.
That's a
That's
good
good.
point.
Yeah.
Like, there's pre-screening if you can
Yeah.
pass.
Who are you with? Are you with this one? Why are you with him? He's not ana da 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 da. And the story goes on.
Okay, so they're very protective.
Yeah.
In a
and
way.
Also, they have curfew. That you need
Oh.
to be home during this time. If you're not home, then
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise. I know this is hard to hear, but it's important.
you're gonna face a
so-
lot
Gonna,
of
like the wrath.
consequences.
Another thing that I think a lot of guys, and this is just a side note, and it could turn in, this is actually a whole other conversation, but just as a side note, and it's an important one, I think a lot of guys out there in the dating world just don't think about, like, how would you want, if you're out there on a date, if you're a guy and you're out there on a date with a girl, how would you want, if that was your daughter, how would you want a man to treat her? And oftentimes that puts a whole different perspective on it. That puts a whole different light on it for men.
Yeah.
The wrath of your mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Belt.
When I was still a minor, I would say like 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Oh.
That's
Yes,
pretty
we
early.
have
That's
17 below 7 p.m. But now that I'm already 20, I would say 9.
Okay, so she's saying below the age of 17, 7 p.m. Okay, I get it.
That would be like the 9 p.m.
You manage yourself already.
Extra 2 hours.
Congratulations.
Extra 2 hours.
Congratulations with your adult life. 9
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
What about you, Jazz? Are your parents strict?
Yes, in a sense that, we have the same curfews.
Filipina P can be so funny sometimes. God love her.
It's 7, but
Now?
at this moment it's 10.
Oh, 10. It's getting better. 10, 9, 10.
Achievement.
Yeah.
They're all
10
applauding
p.m.
10.
Okay. That's an achievement here, guys.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Ella?
I have a curfew.
We have a curfew as
Until
well.
now?
Okay.
Yes.
What time?
Until now.
Actually 7 p.m. but
What's with 7 here? Yeah, 7 p.m.
nighttime
that's
here
early.
is not safe. It's not that safe. And
Okay.
Yes,
Why?
exactly.
I need to go home and there
Why
was
is it
that
not
time,
safe? Are there aswang flying around like monsters? Why is
I
it not
drive
safe?
motorcycle and I have a very
Did you guys see that little kid in the background? That was funny. So there, I have heard about this, that there's some concern, like over there in certain parts of the Philippines, after it gets dark, there are some safety concerns for women and for tourists. So I'm not sure what areas those are, but that's what I have heard.
Poor
eye
eyesight.
vision. So
You shouldn't be driving, bebe. If you
yeah, that's why that's why they wanted me
license.
to go home early and
Okay. Let's talk about dating. Let's
Oh, here we go, dating. Here comes a hot topic.
talk about juicy stuff. Do you guys date much? How about you, Ella? Ella's
No.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
But-
You're 19, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. How about you, Jess? Do you date much?
No.
No?
I was too focused with my, my study. I know I'm finished my study.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't date much. How about you, Krish? Do you date much?
Not really.
Not really. So, if you want to be moms and you want to be traditional, you want to be wives, why do you have to finish studies? Why don't you just marry? After, why go to college?
after we would graduate, we would definitely find a job to sustain everything. And you will not just leave your family behind. You will help them. Like
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
will help you, man. So you need to.
So it's like your stepping stone to get a proper job because it's very hard here, guys.
Yes.
Even if you're a degree holder,
Yeah, even if you're a degree holder.
yeah. Even if you have a
Family
degree.
values.
I have a degree. I ended up in a call center, call center companies. It's very hard. Okay, so it's not just
Yeah, they have a whole different process over there for getting jobs than we do here in the States.
because you want to be the
Boss.
boss.
Yeah.
B, you don't. Yeah, we don't have that kind of attitude, I think. Yes. But to tell you the truth, you can't have it all. You have to decide one way or the other
Yes.
at the end. Being a cashier at McDonald's or the 7-Eleven, you have to have
You need to at least be in college.
college,
College
even
level. Or
college level
College graduate.
Did you know that in the West, you don't have to submit
Wait, is she saying you have to be at college level to work at McDonald's? I don't think I heard that correctly.
all those papers and you don't have to get permits and shite to get a job. You just have to apply, and then if you're hired, you can start right there and then.
Wow.
No uniforms
Sana
most
all.
of the
Sana
time.
all.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Oh.
That's how it is there. But here, you have to go to the barangay,
NBI,
NBI clearance.
pag-ibig, SSS.
Yes,
You
all
need
of that.
to get all that medical certificate and stuff.
Yeah. There, no. Just you're hired, you can start.
Wow.
So it sounds like it's a lot more, the process is a lot more involved to get a job over there. So that's got me wondering, what kind of process do they put foreigners through? Say if I were to go over there, you were to go over there to get a job, what are they going to put you through? How extensive and time consuming is it?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
hope we could do the same thing now here in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Not so hard to get a job because imagine you have to spend money just to get a job,
Yes.
earning the minimum wage.
And it's not really a guarantee to get that job.
no,
You still
no.
need to undergo a lot of
Yes,
process,
first
Yeah,
interviews.
interviews and such. And
training, and
let's say
everything.
you're hired na, you're hired already. You have to go through the training period, and
Yes.
you're not being paid.
Yeah.
Maybe just allowance 100 pesos a day
You're in
for your
probation.
care. Yeah.
Then after that,
Then after
still
that,
not a guarantee.
it's not a guarantee that will be a regular employee. So that's how it is,
Still
guys.
work
That's
hard
why
for
we
it.
need to finish our studies.
Yes.
Wow, so that's definitely different. So you do training oftentimes for free, or you get a very small allowance. That kind of sounds like an internship. And then there's not even a guarantee after that.
If you could tell my viewers something about Filipinas that they don't know about, what would it be?
Filipinas are good singers.
Okay. I think they already know
They
that.
already know that.
Not all Filipinas can sing.
Yes.
I think that's the case.
I can't
because they would
sing.
you can sing?
Yeah, I can't sing.
Oh, you can't sing. Can you dance?
I can't also dance.
Okay. What about you, Ella?
I can sing.
Yeah, she can sing.
I have heard about that before. That the Filipino, particularly Filipinas, are good singers. I don't know about the men, the Filipino men, but the Filipinas have good voices. A lot of them.
Okay, sample.
Sample. A cappella. Okay.
What else? Filipinas are good kissers. I know. I think it's
They
true.
are. Okay. I just did a piece on that topic.
Really?
Yeah. You're a good kisser. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Good kisser.
Good kisser. So what advice can you give to those guys
I think I do remember that video she did about kissing and all that.
who want to visit here in the Philippines for the first time?
Just make friends first. You should have, when you are in your place, you should have a friends first. So
Okay.
that, there's someone who could tour you, so you are in safe hands. So make sure that, you can you can go back to your place safely, of course.
Make friends.
Yeah.
So I think she said kind of talking about, she said they can tour you. Maybe she means like tour guide. But I agree with her there though. Like you definitely, I think you should be friends first. Absolutely. Even anywhere you want to have, even here in the West, in the States, like if you want to have a relationship with somebody, be friends with them first. You got to get to know each other first before you get into something more serious and more involved.
Okay. Make friends. Okay. How about you, Elle?
Be yourself. We don't like people that are too good to be true.
Be your own authentic self.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Be the real you.
Be the real you. We don't like people who are pretentious.
Yes.
I think nobody does.
No, nobody does. Yeah, pretentious people are some of the most annoying. Maybe not necessarily. Well, it could be annoying, and just not enjoyable to be around people at all.
How about you, Krish?
To those who are planning to visit the Philippines, I think you should first learn the culture and tradition of the Philippines before coming here, so that you won't be overwhelmed with the new environment.
It's very important.
And also
Good
visit
point.
Valencia. Visit Valencia, Chada Valencia. Yeah, there's a
Yes.
lot of tourist spots there, waterfalls, mountains, everything.
Yeah.
They all have it for you,
Sounds
so
nice.
visit
Yeah.
Valencia.
We have it all for you. SF? Ikaw ba yan?
SM.
Okay, so Valencia here in Negros Oriental.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's another Valencia in Bukidnon.
Yes,
Yeah.
visit
Okay.
Valencia in Negros Oriental.
All right. Well, ladies, I really enjoyed this chit chat. How about you guys?
We also enjoyed it.
Okay, we
And they're very good. Notice how they're English whenever you hear um, the Filipinas talk. Like their English is very well pronounced. They pronounce very clearly their syllables. They do a great job. I mean, and because I remember when I took Spanish in school, and I remember our Spanish professor. She was saying that for people that English is not their first language or not their native language, English is the hardest language to learn if you've already grown up and you're now trying to learn a foreign language. And they do an excellent job. Like I said, listen to how very clearly they pronounce everything and they enunciate things.
might be
so
able
much
to do
have
this
fun.
again.
Woo!
We might be able to do this
I
again.
look
All
forward
right.
to that.
Yes. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And guys, you know the drill. I'll be back in 3 more days with something special, so you don't want to miss it. That's it for today. Bye.
Bye.
Very nice.
If you think
Very
about
nice.
it, I'm kind of like a Hooters girl without the Hooters, serving you exactly what you need.
Oh,
A
Lord.
double shot of hot, fresh content twice a week. The only thing I ask for my service is a thumbs up on this video, subscribing to my channel, and hitting the notification bell so you know when your next meal is ready. If you want to
Next
become
meal,
one of my
that's good.
favorite customers, please check out my Patreon page for extra content and exclusive features. To help you decide what to order,
Very cool, right?
check out this delicious assortment of
It's a
great
cool
choices.
background.
Now, what can I get ya?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop it there. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go through all the way through the video because that was kind of a long video she did, but that one was 18 minutes. And of course, when I do a reaction or a review, it's even longer, right? But again, as always, she does a fantastic job, great job. I'm gonna leave the link below so you can go check it out on her channel as well. And yeah, check out her other videos too. Like I said, she does a great job. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button. All the usual stuff. You guys know the drill. But go check it out and consider the points made in this video because there's some very pertinent ones, very important. And the young ladies in this video were feminine, beautifully dressed. They all had on beautiful dresses and whatnot. Pay attention to these things, guys. Pay attention to these things. It says a lot, It says a lot. All right, guys. We will see you soon. And I look forward to doing another video. So you guys have an awesome weekend.